Peace, my family. How y'all doing out there today? I hope you guys are doing good and will be able to tell me something good. I just want to send you guys that good healing energy your way and hope you guys are out there keeping that mind right with the good nine mind. I came on here today to share another clipping from Dr. Malachi York's book called The Science of the Healing. And it goes like this. It's speaking about the opening of the third eye. And it goes like this. Before I tell you some things to help open your third eye, you must learn this polarity. The fact that there is present or a manifestation of two opposites or contracting principles or tendencies in the body, the positive masculine and the negative feminine. As you know, like charges repel and unlike charges attract. The magnetic field of a human is part of Earth's magnetic field, of which it is a part, and in which it moves independently. These fields are composed of positive and negative vibrational energies or forces. These two forces are respectively called the centripetal and the centrifugal. Thus, the effect is centripetal pulling and centrifugal pushing. The centripetal force comes toward the earth from the universe, and the centrifugal force comes out from the center of the earth. In ancient times, the centripetal and the centrifugal were called the forces of heaven and earth. They directly affect the construction of the male and the female bodies. A man's sexual organs appear externally and downward and are related with the centrifugal force, which relates to heaven. The force comes through the top of man's head, the crown seat. This is related to the 12 loves. In order to produce the higher part of man's structure, the sperm, the life germ, must pass up the spinal column to the medulla oblongata. The medulla oblongata, which is the conductor of the impulses between the spinal cord and the brain. The 12 carnal nerves, or carnal nerves, and the 12 octave nerves, which is where it is then charged with the light that comes from the crown seat to the brow seat. The third eye. To the 12 cardinal nerves. After the sperm is charged with light, it again goes down the spinal column to the tubes located between pituitary glands to the urethra, which goes through the penis and gushes forth as mentioned in Quran 86:6-7. If this gushes forth is conceived, a total person is produced. Throughout receiving the electrical impulses obtained from light, a person would be short of his mentality. Man has 7 seats. The heart seat is between the seats. It is the division of the lower part of man and the higher part of man. The heart seat emits a light that is pinkish in color because it is in tune with the white light of the 12 cardinal nerves, the 12 octave nerves, and it meets with the red light of the lower part of man, the cardinal part. They blend to produce the 12 beams of light, which are the 12 forms of love. The 12 forms of love are love of oneself, the most deadly, love of wealth, love of fame, love of success, love of mate, husband, wife, love of child, love of parents, love of brothers and sisters, love of one's word, tongue, love of life, love of prophets, and love of the Most High. This is the totality of all creation, mathematics, and the personification of the physical body and its ability to function on earth. The heart seat deals with the thymus gland that involves the sexual growth and maturity once you reach the age of purity. It dissolves in the heart seat, and it dissolves because you are now exercising both of these glands. The higher, which is executes the decision of love, and the lower, which executes the application necessary for reproduction, the procreation of life. It is at this point that the thymus gland disappears and the person becomes neither male or female, and the 12 lights are seen at its point. And let me repeat that. It is the point at which the thymus gland appears and the person becomes either male or female. And the 12 lights are seen at its point, and the decision of hate, which is a counterpart of love, is at this point. Let me repeat that. It is the point that the thymus gland disappears and the person becomes either male or female, and the 12 lights are seen at this point. The decision of hate, which is a counterpart or love, is there at this point. Now, in the case of a woman, the centrifugal force affects the body at the sexual organ and is pulling the force, and is shown by the effects of her body with the signs of the moon as a rule. And every 29 and a half days during the life of a woman, which is menstrual or having a flow of blood from the womb, the moon completes its cycle every 29 and 1.5 days by circling the earth, which is on a 23-degree axis. Women's menstrual cycle follows that of the moon. If she is in tune with nature, the physical, women are supposed to menstruate on one of the phases of the moon, namely the new moon, the first quarter, the full moon, or the last quarter. The moon changes according to the seasons. So does menstruation. Women's cycle changes 4 times a year: the winter, the fall, the summer, and the spring. The moon is a non-luminous revolving body that receives its light from the sun. In the summer, the sun shines strongly, which causes the mints to flow heavier. Likewise, in the wintertime, the menstrual flow may be less because of the sun shining weaker. And let me go to the intensity of the sun on the moon in the 4 seasons. And it goes like this. This whole menstrual process is interrupted upon conceiving, which results in the 9 months of pregnancy. And the centripetal force is one of the concepts of the yin and yang. In some there is abundance of negative charges, while in others there is an abundance of positive charges. Through the difference, in some instance, is slight, and there is always an abundance of one or the other. So I'm going to leave it at that because that's the end of his clip it and his answer. So I'm just going to leave it there and let y'all know again that it's all love, my family, and peace.